All right. And no, that's not The Undertaker. It's not a Road Warrior. The guy wasn't in Motorhead. And he's not some kind of Metal Force record label guy. You know what I'm saying? Metal Force, Mega Force. What was that label that did all the old heavy? Oh, they're not even in here. Mega Force, I think. Anyways, it doesn't matter. This is ICA. Igor's Cable Access, coming to you unedited and never ever going to be rehearsed. Never. And I need one like, and I need one subscriber. And if you don't want to, then you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. You're probably better off. Because a lot of people that you know do not need to know that you watch this kind of brain rot. ICA. Take it, leave it, but the people that watch it live in secrecy. And I do appreciate the views on these videos I've got in the past. Some of them, even the ones that's got like 3 and 4 views. Whoever you are, thanks. But somebody, whoever you are, do me a favor. Watch that damn Darth Vader video. It's still got no views. Anyways, ICA. Take it, leave it, or stick it. Now, about this person, this is Philip Thomas Cat. He's a guy from Florida that runs that UZTV. Now, most of that stuff is cringy and bad, but some of it might be bearable. But we'll get into UZTV at a different time. But this is the man that runs it that lives in Florida. Philip Thomas Cat. Now, he might actually be a nice person unless it's all an act I've seen on camera. But here's the thing. It snowed in Florida. It hardly ever, if never, snows there. This is what, Pensacola, Florida? It snowed there, and everybody's tripping out because it snowed in this tropical, rainforest. I've been to Florida, and honey, there ain't been nothing close to a snow when I was there. Anyways, Mr. Philip Thomas Cat was amazed by this snow so much that he did a song about it. Does it suck? Yes. We're going to get into this. I mean, snowing in Florida is like snowing in Hawaii. It may do that too. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist. I don't know this stuff. But let's check out this snow. And I'll tell you what, here in a minute, you'll be thinking, let it snow. That's right, baby. You live here in the mountains, you won't be singing this song when a bad winter comes. All right, let's go.
Here's Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow.
He must have been looking for the repo man at that time. It'd be bad to have your car repoed right in the middle of a video.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
This sucks.
There's
I
no
mean,
place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, it doesn't show signs of stopping. And I brought some corn for popping.
that probably melted like later that day.
Way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight.
Yeah, it's just rocking me out.
Going out in the storm. But if you really
You know, something I've noticed, I've been to Florida. I had some family there. But anyways, all the houses look the same like they did in this video. They're square and got them flat roofs, and they got lizards everywhere out in their yard. If you've ever been to Florida, we were like in Tampa and Venice, and not Venice, Italy. There's a Venice, Florida. We were places like that, and I'm telling you, they had so many lizards. It was unreal. And what did all these lizards do in this snow, man? Because when you're in Florida, they're all in those trees. They're all in the ground. They're about probably 5-6 inches long. They're brown, they're gray, they're green, they're everywhere. Lizards out the ass. I just hope they survive this snow. But yeah, all the houses do look like that with lizards everywhere. Let's see some more of this. I caught a bunch of them, but I was nice and let them all go, but they're fast.
hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm, and the fire
Well,
will die, and my ears
That's a cool tree. I like to put a swing on it. It's a cool playground too, man. Take a swing off that, put on that tree. Okay, well the cars, you can wipe that off with the windshield wipers. Okay, you know, they're going around showing this scenery. You know, I've seen some bad snows. That's not a bad snow. I tell you what, Mr. Philip Thomas Cat, picture this. Okay, somebody that you all know in the neighborhood needs to go to the store, right? Everybody's out of, pop, candy, cigarettes, who knows what they're out of, but somebody needs to go to the store. Well, they're stuck in the ditch, and everybody's pushing as hard as they can to get this car out of the ditch. And, it's slinging mud everywhere, and Mr. Philip Thomas Cat's back there pushing, and half the UZ crew's back there, okay, trying to get this car out of the ditch just so they can go to town, okay? Well, finally, the car gets out of the ditch from making its own trench road, from digging so deep in the ground, it finally just, submits to it and takes off. Well, when it does, Mr. Philip Thomas Cat falls flat on his face right behind the car when it's spinning out. He falls right in that mud. And then he's like, well, I'm muddy, but at least the car got out. You're watching that car go down the road, and since they have no experience driving in the snow, they spin around and go in the ditch on the other damn side. And after all that happens, let's hear you sing, "Let It Snow, Bitch," because you won't be wanting that anymore after that. And when you have no electricity for 2 weeks living in the mountains and nothing, and you're living like a caveman for a month, then let's hear you sing "Let It Snow." And I hope them lizards are all right here.
When we finally kiss goodnight,
Man.
how I hate going out in the storm. But you really grabbed me tight. All the way
Okay.
home I'll be warm.
I don't think this is going to be a Christmas classic, okay? But I still want to put a swing up there. Alright. It snowed in Florida. And he's happy about it. Well, you know what? I guess I'm happy for him too. But like I said, the thing about the car and the mountains, after all that, you're not going to be singing "Let It Snow." But I guess everybody needs to have their little white Christmas in one way or another. And I'm not talking about like Motley Crue, man. I'm talking about like this. Anyways, this has been your boy Igor. Till next time, take it, leave it. But honey, let that snow melt. I'm out. Let it snow my ass here.